Hey, rich friends, it's your girl Cha Cha reporting live from The Money Mantra, and we are back with another charting education video. I created my channel to help as many people as possible become independent and profitable traders. So, if that sounds like something you are looking for, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Now, I do focus on quick videos to help you guys understand basic concepts that can make anybody a better trader. Honestly, whether you are just starting out or you're just trying to build on what you already know, I have so much content, over 300 videos that you can use to answer questions that you may have on market structure, indicators, or candlesticks. So, feel free to explore. If you see something that you like, just go ahead and leave a comment on that video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment sections, and I'll always get back to you guys. So in today's quick video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a daily analysis on TradingView. Now, there are different time frames that you can trade on, and all this means is the frequency at which the candles are forming and how long you may have to wait for your trades to play out. Now, if we're looking at our chart on the daily time frame, your trade may take a couple of days to play out versus if you're looking at your chart on maybe the 15 or the hour, it can take in a couple of hours to play out, or it can also take days to play out. But it's important to emphasize that the higher the time frame that you're looking on, you want to make sure that you are targeting the right areas. You're not getting in too soon, you're not getting out too soon, and that you're actually having the patience to wait for your trades to play out. So you want to go to tradingview.com and you want to go to the daily time frame. Now, the next thing we're going to do, and this is what you want to do in your trades, you need to identify where are the highs and lows in the market. Highs are places where the market tends to sell, and lows are places where the market tends to buy. Now, it's important to be able to identify both of these levels because whether you're in for a buy or a sell, you need to know which levels you're going to be targeting. And the cool thing about the market is if it's been to a place, it's most likely to visit that place before, unless it's creating all-time highs and all-time lows. So the first thing that you want to do is identify the highs and lows that you can obviously see. Now, TradingView has a bunch of free tools that you can use. I like to use horizontal lines, and I also like to use circles. So we can see that this is an obvious high. The market was on a buying trend, and then it eventually hit a break and it came back down. Now the market continued to buy again. It hit the same area of resistance and then it sold. So we can see that this is an obvious high or an area of resistance. That's something that we want to notate because whether the market is buying or selling, we need to know that that is a significant level that we've seen a lot of activity on before. Now I'm going to use another horizontal line and I'm going to place it here. And this is a significant low because coming off of that selling trend, the market stopped here for about 1 to 3 days and it became a strong area of support, pushing it back up to the previous level. Now, so far, we've only identified two levels, but if you can see how the market sold at a certain area and then bought at a certain area, just go ahead and drop some sevens down below in the chat. Now we're going to continue to highlight these significant areas that we can see the market has some type of reaction. And we're going to use these as our baseline for when we enter our trades. So I'm going to put the chart in replay mode and we're going to start here. So let's just say we were analyzing the market at this time of day. We've already put our lines and we use these lines to target previous areas of support, right? If you guys can see how these are areas of support and significant activity, just go ahead and drop a 7 in the chat. And if you don't understand, what I mean is that we took about 2 minutes to locate the areas that our eyes were drawn to, that we can see price came down to, and then it bought. We can see that. So because we've already highlighted that, we can know that depending on what the market does, these are going to be areas that it could potentially revisit. So we can see the market is at an area of resistance. Usually when we see resistance, we want to start to look for sell opportunities. Now, we don't just want to jump into this. We want to have as many confirmations as possible to let us know the market is actually going to sell. But having some type of resistance or support is a really great start. Now, one indicator I like to use to confirm my trades is the stochastic. You can trade strictly off of price action, or you can just add a little bit more confirmation and validity to the trade for yourself. So I want to click on indicators. I have it in my favorites, and it's the stochastic, Stochastic. Now, the stochastic is pretty simple to read, and this is how I like to use it. And you guys are going to understand why you want to ask yourself these questions before just jumping into your trade. Now, what you'll notice is that when the stochastic is facing up, there's two lines here. When the blue line is above the orange line, that is a buying confirmation for me. I also look for the stochastic to be crossed above any one of these lines. Now, if I'm looking for a sell, I'll look for the stochastic to be facing down. I'll look for the orange line to be on top. And I'll look for one or both of the lines to be crossed below the dotted line. Now, to make it a little bit simpler, I just ask myself these questions. Is the stochastic facing up or down? If it's facing up, that's going to be a buy confirmation. Is the blue line or the orange line on top? Depending on which answer I get, that's going to confirm it for me. Blue on top is a buying confirmation. Orange on top is a selling confirmation. Now, has it crossed above or below any of the dotted lines? Depending on which way it has, that's going to also be that confirmation. So in addition to the resistance, I can ask myself, is the stochastic facing up or down? We can see that it's currently facing down. I can ask myself, is the blue line or the orange line on top? And it's too close to tell, so we're not going to do anything there. And has it crossed above or below any of the dotted lines? It's crossed below. So I have two strong confirmations there, and I have my candles at an area of resistance. Now, again, I'm not just going to jump in yet. I want to make sure I have as much information as possible. So my entry signal for this trade is going to be a break of structure. So when we ask ourselves these questions, is the market near an area of support or resistance? It's near an area of resistance. Is our stochastic facing up or down? It's facing down. Is my blue line or my orange line on top? It's too hard to tell, so that's no confirmation. And has the stochastic crossed above or below any of the dotted lines, and it's crossed below the top dotted line? We have three strong confirmations for a sell. Now, the last thing I will wait for is a break of structure, meaning that the market started to form a new buying and selling range here. If it goes below the current range, that's going to give me an additional confirmation to go ahead and get into this trade. So let's see what happens. And we can see we had that break of structure. The market actually sold. And we can see exactly where it's going to sell back down to, which is those previous levels. Now, even though this trade would have took a couple of days to play out, you would have been able to secure profit at multiple levels. We could just go ahead and take a look here and see if you were in this trade for 60 days, you would have secured about 653 pips. Now, of course, you don't have to stay in the trade this long, but it just goes to show you that the higher time frame that you use, the higher profit you have the potential to secure, because that pattern will always complete itself and the market is always going to revisit previous levels. Now you can take the same psychology and strategy to smaller time frames, and you will see that because the foreign exchange market is fractal, every time frame will give you opportunities to buy and sell and take profit at previous levels. You just have to have a little bit of patience and look for those confirmations. Look to see, is the market near support or resistance? If you have indicators on your chart, make sure you have a list of questions that you're asking yourself so that you can be confident when you get into your trades and it's not just a guessing game. And make sure you have an entry signal like break of structure to give you that final confirmation that the market may actually play out and do what you thought it was going to do. Now, sometimes you're going to be right and sometimes you're going to be wrong, but as long as you keep practicing and you have some patience in your trades, you'll definitely become a better trader over time. But that's really all I have for you guys today. Until next time, rich friends.